most fulfilling thing for me working at Insight is knowing that I'm making a difference, especially with people who may not be able to afford any mental health services. So when I first started at Insight, I was an intern, and I really liked their spiritual approach, so that was really important to me, and also the community that they have, because we have the circles that we have on Fridays, and we have, supervision that's provided there. So for me, it's really fulfilling to know I'm part of a community that has a spiritual foundation and also provides for people that may not be able to get services otherwise. I had a client last year in the middle of COVID who really needed help. She contacted Insight and received some financial aid, the COVID care, and that was really helpful because she wouldn't have gotten the service otherwise, and she was in need, didn't even have enough to have a bank account open. And so I'm still her therapist to this day, which is awesome because we've been able to work together for about a year now. Basically, progress would be more like reaching the goals of having good housing, being able to have a job, stability. It was a really big deal for her when she got her first bank account, and also some of the emotional needs that she was dealing with, like some trauma from her past. She's gotten better at just regulating her emotions around that, so it's been a huge process for her. Counseling with Insight is different than just normal talk therapy because you're bringing a holistic approach, and through the lens of Insight, it's a spiritual, mental, emotional, all different types of collective for the whole person. So I feel like I'm providing more than just regular talk therapy. When I was choosing a place to do my internship, I was looking specifically at places that provided a sliding scale. That was super important to me because my background is actually in the public school system, and I have always worked with low-income families. So I believe that mental health should be affordable for everybody. It shouldn't be a luxury for just, the upper class. Every single person deserves to have access to it. So for me, that was the main thing that really appealed to me. And then the other part was spiritual foundation. Working at Insight, I can say this is a spiritual approach. Whatever way you get to God, we use that as a skill, like a way that you can build for when you're going through something hard. It's a strength, something to lean on. So the two things for me working at Insight, it was really appealing to have the sliding scale for people and also the spiritual approach. It was really important. Wholeness to me means that you look at every single part of yourself, and it could be your inner child, it could be the part of you that's wounded and hurting, and you're not judging any of those parts, but you are giving all of your different parts the attention it deserves. And wholeness can also mean just coming to a place where you feel balanced in your life so that it's not living in the extremes.